I've been homeschooling about 3 years. Liliana is 6, Isabella is 3, and Liam is 1.5. I don't know if any of my expectations differed. I think I had asked some people what it was like, and people sort of explained what it was like. Maybe the warehouse feeling of it I wasn't expecting, but other than that, I think everything was sort of what I was expecting. I was told about the vendors and the different speakers and all of that.
How did you prepare to attend last year's convention? So you have a handful of kids.
Well, I got online and I looked at the schedule of the different speakers and kind of tried to decide which ones I might want to take. And then I also had the printout, which was helpful because sometimes I can't get in front of a computer, but I can look at the brochure. Okay. So I just looked through that to see what things might match up with me, and then I chose the seminars that I wanted to go to.
Did you think your preparations were helpful for you, or was there something more you should have done? Or?
I don't know if there was more I should have done. I thought that was helpful.
That was good.
To do that.
And to look ahead at the brochure.
Definitely, because then when I was there, sometimes it was a little hard to find where I was going, but at least I knew which seminar I was going to. I didn't have to decide that last minute.
Give me your impression, Maria, of the exhibit hall with the various curriculum vendors.
I thought it was a little overwhelming.
Okay.
There were a lot. But there were a few that I wanted to see, or people that I wanted to talk to, and so when I went to specific booths with different vendors, then I was able to really have my questions answered. So, so first impression, you walk in and I have no idea where everything is. It's overwhelming. But then as I, walked around, I was able to find what I needed. And then by the end, it really wasn't as big as I thought it was at first.
Once you found your way around.
Yeah, and it just wasn't as overwhelming as it was at first. So.
It sounds like you had a positive experience with the workshops.
I did.
Can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. Well, I specifically remember Deborah Bell's morning session, and it was just really helpful. I even, in thinking about it, remembered an analogy that she used, that homeschooling was like a river. It was a means to a goal, but without the grace of God was the water. So without that river flowing, that our homeschooling will be like trying to boat down a dry river. So I feel like that's something that stayed with me. And the other seminar I went to, well, all those seminars I went to, the speakers were very down to earth, and they were just very real. Like, they talked about their weaknesses. They talk about the chaos sometimes, or the catastrophes.
I thought you were about to happen. That's okay.
The daily catastrophes and things that might go on with homeschooling, and it made me feel like, these people are good at what they do. They're successful or seen as successful homeschoolers, and yet they don't have a perfect day, and they need God, and it's not, I can do this. I couldn't do it if they were perfect and talking like they were perfect. But if this is what homeschooling is, then I know God can help me.
Yeah.
I was expecting to get something from the seminars, because I think I went in knowing there were people there who were more experienced that I could learn from. So I did go in expecting it. I would definitely recommend people go to sessions. The curriculums were helpful, but I think what I learned was even more.
Yeah, it sounds like the thing you took away most was from the seminars.